Hey everyone, welcome back to Dev Parkour. In this video, I want to talk about JWTs or JWTs. JWT stands for JSON Web Token. It's a fairly popular way of creating an authentication token in the newer web, very common with OAuth 2 type workflows and that sort of thing. But specifically in this video, I want to talk about how and why I don't really like them. So in order to understand this, we have to talk about what they are first off. So I mentioned what JWT means. It's JSON Web Token. It is a JSON structure, but realistically, it's a base64 encoded concatenation of, let's see, it's JSON.json.hash. And those two JSON blobs, the first one is what they call a header, and it basically indicates A, that this is a JWT, a JWT, and two, what signature algorithm was used to sign the JWT. The middle part, the second JSON payload, is the actual payload. It's what contains your user identifier, whatever that is, could be a number, could be your email address, something like that, display name, and any other information about you that either you, the service provider, requested, or the identity provider decided was relevant to your use case. So this might be, again, your user ID. It could be if you're dealing with an ADFS cluster, it could be your AD username, something along those lines. Now, the reason that I don't like JWTs very much is because they're essentially transmitting information in plain text. Okay, it's encoded, but still encoded is not encrypted. Encoded is very much plain text. Especially base64. Base64 is easy to decode. And it's very easy to look at it and say, oh, that's base64 encoded. So on that level, I don't really like it. And the other side is the signature. It relies on way too much trust than I'm really willing to give any web application. So I need to trust that the signature was created by a specific key. And there are ways to validate that. There are ways to verify that. But it's very easy to misuse a JWT, or to potentially to create a JWT that might be able to be used in a kind of a nefarious way. The reason I don't, the main reason that I don't like some of the things that I don't like in this space are because they're very easy to get right. They're very easy to get wrong, and they're very hard to get right. Usually from both sides, but with the JWT, it's definitely a lot harder to get right on the service provider side, which, let's face it, you're not going to be building your own authentication system. You're going to be building your own service provider. And if that's the part that's the hardest to get right, that's a problem. So I don't really like JWTs. Yes, there are libraries that can help you validate JWTs. You should use them if you're going to be using JWTs. But yeah, I don't really like JWTs because I don't think they're as secure as they really should be. They put way too much trust on the whole system working and the whole system being, in a good situation. Now, there are some things that you can do to defend against rogue JWTs. So obviously, you can make sure that the authentication, I guess, response, if you're calling that, basically that the JWT came from a particular URL that you were expecting it to come from. So enforce that the authentication flow was go to your application, then go to the identity provider, and then come back to your application. So you weren't just sent this JWT from who knows where. So you can do that sort of validation. Obviously, you can validate the signature. So you would want to make sure that the the um, the key that's being used, or yeah, it's not really a key, but the shared secret is the same when you validate it on your service provider. It is the same as what is what is being created by the identity provider. Basically, you re-sign the header dot the payload, which is the input. You re-sign that and make sure that the signature that you got is the same as the signature that they created. Because I don't believe that JWT is doing asymmetric key cryptography. I'm pretty sure it's symmetric key. But either way, you need to make sure that you're using the right key to verify the signature, and you're verifying the signature the proper way. And in that way, you can verify that. Theoretically, you're verifying that it was created by someone who knows how to create that signature. Hopefully, that is only the IDP, but if that gets compromised, then you have to worry about that. But moral of the story, I feel like there are a lot more ways to get JWT usage wrong than there are to get it right. That scares me. That is not the way that authentication should be. Authentication should be a lot easier to get right than it is to get wrong. And for that reason, I don't like using JWTs, and I don't think you should use them either. Whether or not you agree with me, hopefully you enjoyed watching this video. If you did, go ahead and hit that thumbs up button. Be sure to subscribe and click that notification bell, because over the next few days I'll be posting more videos like this on various aspects of web authentication, and good things to do, bad things not to do. I guess that would be good things not to do. Yeah, good things not to do, good things to do, good things to avoid, and hopefully you'll enjoy those as well. If you have other thoughts, opinions, questions, go ahead and leave them in the comments below. I enjoy reading them. I enjoy responding to them. Hopefully you enjoy it when I engage with you. I enjoy it when you engage with me. Thanks for watching. I will see you in the next one, probably tomorrow. Thanks for watching.